And welcome everybody to the second video of our Total War Warhammer 2 campaign. We shall be continuing our campaign. In this episode what we're gonna do is we're going to wipe out the final enemy faction within Silvania. We will unite the Silvanian borders and start war with the humans. Primary objective is to push as far as we can into human territory, because I want to get my armies close to the territory of the Empire. Because as far as I know, the Empire is the only faction that can start building tanks mid to late game. And I want to prevent that at all costs, because as far as I'm aware, there is nothing vampires have that can deal with a tank. So that's what our plan is today. Depending on the political situation, of course, that's what I'll use to decide our targets on. The primary objective right now is uniting Silvania and expanding our borders as far as possible. If only the loading screen would hurry up, that would be very pleasant. This is the one thing I hate about this game. Loading times are really long, even though I have a fairly strong computer. Anyway, as you remember last time, we put our armies into jumping off position, so as soon as it's our turn we can start our assault. And we are not the only ones at war with that vampire faction, so that will aid us as well, because they will be fighting on multiple fronts. There you go, loading is full. Here we go. There you go. Vlad, are you within this circle? Just to make sure we're close enough. Let's begin the attack. So what are we dealing with? 3 cavalry units, as we saw last time, 3 graveyard units. Graveguard great weapons, and these are normal graveguards. So we are armored, armor piercing and anti-infantry. And these are armored and shielding and anti-infantry. So these are better because they're armor piercing. So we will deploy our grave guards against the other grave guards. Now I will be using my monsters and Vlad's army to deal with the Black Knights, because those are going to be an issue. Silvanian crossbowmen should be protected at all cost. Continuing siege.
I thirst. No, this will weaken me.
We will add him to the army. Oh, actually, it seems end of the turn. We'll end the turn. Let's go. Now, again, if this guy is dumb enough to do the same thing Vlad did and that's come out of his city and attack me, I will not have to take his walls, which is good. It's the undead, it's Overland. Let's see where. That's the dwarven factions. Orcs. Here we go. What are you doing? Nothing. Your funeral. See, now this is a difficult option because getting 3000 dark magic is very nice. But I don't want to deal with chaos corruption, so I'm gonna go chaos safeguard and up to vampiric corruption. Actually, I'm gonna. Now I will embed you in Vlad's army. Isabella. Continue the siege. You are not moved. Where are you? Ah, you are there. Now, considering that the mood will be our next target. Let's see, what do we... Lots of range unit, that's somewhat annoying. I'm gonna raise 3 more, that will hurt my economy somewhat, but I will lose a few units once the attack begins, so that will cancel each other out. Also, we can upgrade Waldendorf. That has some more growth. That sounds lovely. And we'll be ending the turn again. Now, if we take this city, this faction will be wiped out. If we kill this guy, we'll get another blood kiss because he is the faction leader of the Temple of Blood. Now, I'm assuming that this is the faction leader of these guys, so this will be, of course, our next target. Let's speed this up again. These two are going to war. We have Eastern Silvania surplus again. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing. Your funeral. Ready for that and Dolph von Carstein. You know what? Now it's time to go to war. Final battle against the Temple of Brute. Let's get rid of these bastards. Now, considering that this is the army that's coming, I'll be using my monster against these because they're support army. Oh damn it! It is a wall battle. Well, actually, that's good because these guys don't have ranged units, and their cavalry will be absolutely useless. That's excellent because this means I can just storm the walls. Now, as you see here, I'll have this entire yellow area to deploy. I'm going to deploy in flu fronts. If Vlad comes from here, I'm going to deploy Isabella here so I can take the wall from two sides and perform a pincer maneuver. That will keep pressure on both fronts, which means less damage will be taken by my army. My primary objective is to kill him. If I do that, his army collapses, which is why I'm sending Vlad and Isabella after him. Now again, my shield units, well actually all my ground units with exception, no, I'm just gonna send all my ground units to the front. My monsters are going to, well actually this means everything's inside the walls, which is a bit of an annoyance. Let's see.
The siege weapons are ready, my lord. Deploy them against the enemy so we can see them in action.
Okay, so these two are in siege weapons, so I'm gonna control group 1. So Vlad's coming in from there. That's good. So we're going to deploy like that. Actually, no. I'm going to group these two together. I'm going to hide these in there because these towers here can shoot. Now we will start the deployment. Start the battle.
The siege weapons are in position, my lord. We are ready to begin their assault. Begin your advance.
We have 4 units of flyers and cavalry. Now I will group you, and Now, I'm first going to try to break all the units on the wall. Because the easier I do that, that means the less reinforcements I have. Oh yeah, right, you can't use magic on a wall.
Crossbows ready, General! Shoot! All life must end. Yes, by my will.
So what I'm doing now is I'm repairing all my important damaged units. So as you can see, I've healed this. Okay. I was about to say, are you sure you want to do that? Gonna wait till the repairing finishes. Get him. Now, as you can see, these units are being hammered. Wipe out. And kill the enemy commander. All units, engage, engage, engage. There we go. We've wiped out the enemies. Took very little casualties, as you can see, and yeah, it's only our Felbats and Vargas that we lost, which can be easily replaced. Well, Zelig and Gottfried were completely wiped out. As far as I'm aware, we did not lose any units besides the Felbat and Vargeist, which is excellent. I'm actually very happy with this because it's never gone this easy. It all seems to be falling into place rather well. Now the other lord I summoned is just going to be there to capture cities, because if you capture cities you lose half your army. Like the way this is now, half its health would all go down because half the units would go into the city as a garrison, which I want to prevent. And if once I get enough income again, I will start creating a third army once Vlad and Isabella are at full strength. During the game, of course, like this is the army now, I'll be switching out the weaker units. Like once I can recruit Graveguards myself, I will be replacing all these skeleton units with Graveguards, because they just hit better. As you can see it here, 58 units killed, 60 units killed, and 27 units killed. Oh, the only two units getting close is this unit of skeletons, and Isabella herself. These units are absolute tanks, and the fact we have them this early on in the game is gonna make life so much easier. And this will of course give us another blood kiss, which is excellent. The only two that I really wanted is this unit of skeletons and this unit of zombies, which is fine because we have enough skeletons and zombies in Vlad's army to replace that if necessary. But we don't have any more monsters, which is somewhat of a problem. Also, the fact that the next army we'll be facing has a reasonable amount of like long range units, which is annoying to deal with. But we'll find a way. I always do. Now, if the loading would just hurry up, that'd be very nice. I do, the one thing I do like these screenshots, you can see how much time they put into the characters. It's not like they just drew something together. They really sat down and thought about it. Like, I love the design of Isabella. She's amazing. decisive victory. Excellent. Second blood kiss gained. Occupy the city. Temple half destroyed. Ooh, we gained a whole lot from that. Jesus. Now, let's see what we can give you, Isabel. Ooh, this is another healing one. That's really tempting to have. Oh, you see, Vlad's units took almost no damage. We'll give Vlad the same thing. 2 healing is always nice. Temple, what can we deploy? I do want this. Which means I can... That's annoying. I'll build this first and upgrade it, then deconstruct that one. Here are not moved. We'll move you up there. Hinder replenishment. No, I'll be moving you up to here. So as you can see, the mood has 3 cities in it now. Wordblad, the mood itself, and Fort Oberstein. Fort Oberstein will be mine. I do not care how much it will take. Now, let's see, what can we res? Oh, I'm actually going to res another unit of Great. I'm actually gonna use Dolph as moving army, because these will be staying here for another 2 turns. I'm going to be resing some more of these very, very nice units. And transporting them to my army. So I can... Let's see which one's most wounded. I'll be kicking this one out. Have this all repair. Next turn I'll be raising another unit of Graveguard. Actually, Graveguard Great one. Nah. I have 1 more unit of this to raise, which cost me 750, so next turn I'll have that. Lord not moved. Yeah, that's fine. Ending turn. I'm going to overpower Isabella's army so fucking much. I should have actually transferred that skeleton to Vlad's army, that way I can grow both of them. Well, you live, you learn. That's actually very nice he pulled his army out of there. Just need to know where the fuck it went. It went back to that city. Okay, so what's going on here? So we have 3 units of ranged swordsmen, halberdiers, which are very annoying against monster unit, and ranged cavalry, which is problematic. Oh, I can upgrade Isabella again. Dark Pact. Now we're going to march here. Transfer these 2 into Isabella's army. Now we're clicking Vlad. We're gonna move 2 of our skeletons into Vlad's army. Now, as you can see, we have 5 Graveguard units, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so from here I can actually raise them as well. So now, as you can see, we depleted the Graveyard units. I'll be raising. No, that will do. We move this here. Declare war. Well, as you can see, power balance is in our favor. They are at war with them, which will make them friendly. Oh, I forgot, and that's somewhat problematic. Hinder replenishment of troops, just in case. Critical failure, and you got yourself killed. Nice job, Melissa. Dumb bastard. This is somewhat problematic, because now he might actually hit that without Isabella's backup. Well, I can still, yeah, I can still run, so it's not a problem. What I'm gonna do is all completely depending on what move he makes. That's a lot of ranged units retreating. Now, I might actually be auto-resolving this one once I attack on my turn. Because I do not think I could pull this off. I can upgrade you. What can I give you? Give you hinder replenishment, which will unlock the next one of this. I'll be auto-resolving this. I actually don't know why I was worried, because holy shit. And that gave me another blood kiss, so that makes 3. Banner gained, Razor Standard, Arcane item gained, Province secured Western Silvania. Excellent, so now we can issue commandments over this area. Oh, and this is another graveyard. What can we raise here? Nothing useful. Okay, so let's see, in rank 8. How can now, considering this, 2 of these. Now, this unit and this unit will... Actually, no, I'm gonna... Isabella, I will kick... Actually, making a print screen of that, because this is an amazing army. Now, the mood has no army now, so I can immediately push next turn and start assaulting this city. makes the move. What do they have? 2 spearmen, 2 swordsmen, 2 crossbowmen. Nothing else. This army only has its lord. Now let's have a little look see here. Insufficient blood gas. Yeah, as you can see, this one cost me 6, but I do intend to go through the entire von Carstein line before going through anything else. Just simply because I want all those blood kisses. Now, the Empire is currently still contained in this area. So I can take this area, then push down, do it Avenheim. Because I'm assuming it hasn't pushed south. But actually, we can see that.
With foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully.
2 settlements. Excellent. So we know that these 2 are the only 2 settlements that these guys have. That's good. Because I'm going to push here and then down. So I form a nice border. Commandments available. Public order 100 plus 1 each turn. Let's increase the growth. Okay, so that's 2, that's... I'm going to write this down. Next turn will most likely be. Like, I don't have much income right now, but with this army I'll be very likely to beat anything that I come in contact with this early in the game. I still have a shitload, like an absolute shitload of really good units I can raise from here. Like, I crippled my economy, but in return, by doing so, I basically guaranteed superiority early game. Wait. Did I not take the city? That's interesting. No, I did. I did. So they took it back. Province contested. How the hell did that happen? Oh, I moved Isabella out. Ending turn again. Occupy city. No. So I'm done with everyone's shit. Vlad going to move here. Upgrade Castle Temple health. Which means next turn I'll be able to upgrade that.
Move quickly through the land of the living, Dark Lord. The dead should not. King of Darkness. All shall know me and
Yeah, details. Physical resistance, that seems lovely. That's actually very useful if I ever want to build a stealth army. Gonna put you in there. Now my units are repairing, so next turn I'll be assaulting the city, taking the city. Now I'm assuming that this army here is going to attack that city, which is good for me because that's its main army. Even if it wins, it will be heavily damaged, which means it will make it easier for me to take the two cities because they'll be undefended. So if he goes there and wins, I'll take his cities. If he goes there and loses, I'll march over there and assault the city because the garrison of that city will be damaged. Well, it will be defended, this city, but nothing I can't handle. As I expected, he is offering me 300 money for a peace treaty, which I'm going to laugh at and then decline. Now his army is withdrawing. This is all working out beautifully. Oh yeah, as I looked at it, that might be something I also need to explain. Now, as you can see, my units are taking damage because I'm in the land of the living. Now I will use all 3 units or armies to assault this settlement. We will auto-resolve this because no problems. As expected, no units lost. Not much income, but occupy the city. And this is now under our control, so our units are repairing. I'll give you that. Move you here. I'm gonna run you back there because I need you to be ready to start recruiting a replenishment army. I need something that gives me income. That's the insufficient funds, so we'll wait. Now, what I am going to do is, let's see, where is... I am going to run... Or actually, put her here, so she can heal as well. Actually, she isn't bothered by this, is she? No, she's not. Okay, so, let's see. Those units are somewhat damaged. But what's the defensive army? Empire Captain, Halberdiers, Swordsmen, Crossbowmen. Not enough to kill this army, definitely not, but it will pack quite a punch, which is lovely. So I'm thinking... might actually... just stay here and replenish. Yeah, this will do for now. We'll end the turn. Don't have that much income at the moment, but with the army we have, we can expedite it relatively quickly. We can just boost quickly through anything early game, grow our territory massively, with very few armies. Now, I'm really hoping that that one unit of these guys that that own the city is going to attack that as well, because that's more damage on that, which means it's less that I need to do. Now, all these wars is also very good for me, which means because if there's war with them, less chance that they're gonna go to war with me as well. Peace negotiations, where are they? They're all the way over here. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. No. Swarthofen. Why is this suddenly going down?
I thirst.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, so. Strange that I cannot replace him now. Alright, here are not moved. I'm going to move all of this to the border, just so I can keep a visual on what's going on there. I'm going to move you here, actually, so that next time, next turn, you will be able to take that settlement. And turn. See, this is somewhat bad, because... Actually, no, because this means I can now... These guys are now at war with the Empire, if memory serves me correct. Never mind, they're not. That's problematic. See, this makes my next move somewhat more difficult to choose. Because I had really hoped that those fuckers would go to war with each other. Anyone being at war with the Empire is good for me. Ready for duty, excellent.
Expand Silvania's borders.
Speak. I will hear you now. Be warned, my mood is dark. Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings you
Okay, so
By the comet. King of darkness. I know the way.
Ready. So be it. Ascendant.
gonna embed all these troops into Vlad's army for this turn.
Yes.
And now declare war. I will wipe out this army. I'll resolve this. Let's see what are the casualties. Turn captives plus getting what's some extra money is nice. Okay.
Unstoppable.
Next turn I'll move to across the border back so my units can heal. Then I'm beginning the assault on that city.
Not possible.
Damn it, Mordheim.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act on it.
Okay, see, they approved that I'm at war with Haviland, so the Empire is very unlikely to strike me for that. They have not pushed very far. Also, the power balance is somewhat in my favor. Now, I'm going to actually decrease the attrition I take on Isabella's army. Now, I will be doing that.
Part of the dead.
I defy you. Strike out.
All shall know me and tremble. This is the end. The von Carstein.
Guide us,
See, the nice thing is with these major battles I'm creating possible recruitment sites all over the map, which is very nice.
Then go. Night march.
Now, this is very nice. These guys will be assaulting the city, damaging the garrison and other things, making the assault easier. Ending the turn, then I'm gonna move across the turn, stay there for, let's say, one turn, possibly 1.5. Now, what will these guys be doing? Will they be dumb? Will they attack me? They will not be dumb. I'm going to speed this up again. As you can see, Everland has 2 armies. None of my concern because they're both very low on manpower. And they will not be able to kill my lords. Vlad and Isabella will be staying close to each other so that even if they cross my borders to attack me, they will die. Excuse me. somewhat annoying, but I'll deal with that later. No, you'll see, most of my units will be repaired within one turn. The next turn I'll be striking that. No. Considering I have very little money, that's damage building. You. Assault garrison. And you're a failure. What a surprise. Okay, so I'll just be waiting for one turn. Terrorgeist. Ooh, I do really like the upkeep though. That would absolutely cripple my.
Scan Silvania's borders.
Oh yeah, let's do some research. Research is fun. Some faction wide. There will Sobat units. Considering that I'm now going to start moving into non-vampiric territory, minus 20% attrition is actually a very nice thing to have. Now, this will be all repaired. These two will be a bit more damage, so it doesn't matter. This army will be completely repaired. Ending turn. Next turn will be assaulting Avernheim. I will be fighting that battle, just for the fun of it. How many blood kisses do I have? I haven't checked that. Now, in this episode, we're gonna take out Averland completely, take out their city, and then take the one beneath the mood, and then we'll be ending the episode. Oh, this is adorable. They're supporting each other. Do really hope that the fuckers that are raiding me are gonna piss off, because that. Okay, they didn't raid me. That's nice. Did they? See, my public order is actually really decent at this point, so that doesn't matter. Okay, these fuckers just crossed the border, so that's nice. I'm going to keep that there. Okay, so Vlad. Over here.
What? Dance macabre. So be it.
And now we assault the city. So, continuing siege. This means they will not be able to construct any units. Castle Templehof. What can I do for you? I will destroy this building. We will not be building anything this turn. Now, this is going to force me to accelerate my assault on the Empire somewhat. bit quicker than I'd like, actually. Interesting. He can still switch to the encampment mode. See, this timer here turns before surrendering. I usually don't pay attention to that because in situations like this, that means I have to stay in attrition territory way longer than I'd like. Minus 1000. There we go. Alright. Sure, let's give these guys... Actually, these guys are not armor piercing, so let's give them armor piercing. Continue the siege. No, Castle Templehof. How can I help you? I will construct that. Then destroy that. Because at the moment I can't construct any of the big units anyway. We'll be ending the turn. I have 4 blood kisses. This is good. Which means one more lord. Or two faction leaders, 2 lords, or a faction leader and a lord will get me where I need, because it will give me more ranged units. And the Empire is at war with a lot of people, which is very good for me. Because that will mean they have to fight on multiple fronts. Looky here. This is excellent. I'm now actually going to take my units out of my army to take those fuckers out. You're kidding me, right? But fine, I'm gonna take Alvarheim and then I'm gonna assault the Empire because they're my biggest problem. I'm not happy with this, but sure. Actually, you know what? Lost 2 zombie units. But I gained a lot of gold. Faction destroyed. Enemy killed. Okay, so flat.
I thirst on death ascendant. You dare.
This is good because that means I can start constructing. I'm actually gonna stay here. Now, as you can see, my army is getting very, very effective. And look at this beautiful sight. Oh, I definitely want myself some Cairn raids. They are a glorious, glorious set of units. Reshuttles available. We're actually going to move through this fairly quickly because these seem very good to have as well. Imminent Rebellion, yes, I'm aware of that. Ending turn. So I'll deal with that rebellion and then we will end the video. Like, the reason this is bad is because Rosblad, which is the capital of this province, is held by them. That's a problem. Yeah. The Empire being at war with so many people is actually very bad for them. I usually don't like being at war. With anyone for more than I need to. Let's see, what else can I get? I can get another one of these. Which is very lovely. I'm gonna have... Actually, hold on. You're level 2, you're level 7, you're level 3. Okay, you go first. You cannot. Never mind. I will have Vlad beat the ever-living fuck out of these guys. Size of victory. Total dark magic is plus 700. Now you should be able to. And you're still a fucking failure. God fucking damn it. It's critical. You're a critical failure. And you see then suddenly this guy succeeds. Nope. None of you managed to succeed anywhere. Anyway, we'll end the video here. I hope you enjoyed the second chapter in the von Carstein Chronicles. And I hope to see you all in the next video. See ya!